You see nothing but possibilities. And verve in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up on you. So, no matter what you're into, verve is key to opening the doors you want. So, have you got verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments. What keeps you going when everything that should be a stepping stone becomes a stumbling block? What keeps you going is verve. Verve in your mind helps you understand that every stumbling block is actually a stepping stone. Verve in your vision helps you see nothing but possibilities. And verve in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up on you. So, no matter what you're into, verve is key to opening the doors you want. So, have you got verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
The Grapevine on the Smooth Breakfast Show. Entertainment buzz with the gossip, local and global. Oh, celebrity gist.
Alright, guys. Studio is live.
The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1 in collaboration with Verve.
Good morning, Lagos, and thank you for staying with us. You are listening to Smooth 98.1. This is Smooth Breakfast with Ayo.
And Valentine.
And it's time for us to talk entertainment this morning inside of the Grapevine 981. That is the hashtag on Twitter.
The hashtag on Twitter is Grapevine, like Valentine mentioned, but you can also send a WhatsApp message to us on 0809 444 0981. We're streaming live on Facebook, so follow us at facebook.com/smooth981fm, and later on the video will be uploaded on YouTube. We have some nice things for you to review this morning.
Yes, a video and a song. And we're expecting a special guest. He's still on his way, he's caught up in traffic. It's a rainy morning, so that's understandable. But fantastic to have you in, Mist, this morning. Hello, Mist.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good.
It's great to be here. Yes, it's a rainy morning now. I
Do you
don't
love
know
the
how I
rain?
made it.
Yeah, on me?
Man, I love rain.
I do.
That heat doesn't really work.
I know.
It's been scorching hot.
Yeah, I went to Ibadan like early in the week. Like we lost my aunt.
Oh,
and,
sorry about that.
Yes, so we went to bury her, and we were just complaining about coming. Like this Ibadan heat is
Yes.
kind of different. Like you feel like Lagos is hot.
Right.
I don't think you're prepared.
Ibadan heat,
Ibadan.
you feel it under your
You're
dermis,
cooking from
under your
inside,
skin.
like I feel like I'm in a microwave. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it's good to be here.
Good to have you in. And Lagos, thank you for joining us. Let's start the conversation. Remember that WhatsApp number is 0809 444 0981. I would like to hear your thoughts on the music on the review this morning. The first one is called Egu. It's done by
What does Ego mean, by the way?
dance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's done by Elozonam. Elozonam is a friend, and he's an artist. He's a strong creative. All right, so this guy does from skits to videos, funny comedy skits on Instagram. And Lagos, this is the first album, as much as I know, as far as I know, that he has released, and it's actually from that album, a weird mix of trumpets and hi-hats. Last Friday, it's Sunday, right? On Sunday, I was there at his album listening, and it was a very good experience. Sat around in the studio and listening to all the tracks. But Lagos, listen to the song and let us know what you think.
Are you ready? Yeah. We're ready now.
Things like he unlikely, he not like me, he too.
For the purpose of review, we don't play the full tracks, but just give you a snippet of it. What missed? What do you make of this?
It was very tempting to assume that because he's your friend that you were being partial.
No,
But let's be really honest. It's fresh. I like the sound. I like the fact that it kind of resonates on that IBK station boy. Even if there's a lot of lyricism in here, it kind of resonates on that level of intellectual music that I'm sorry to say is sort of missing. It's kind of rare to find in Nigeria. At least popular, in the popular space, it's very rare to find it. So I'm hoping things like this build momentum and gain space where we see the other fun music, jollof music, giving us people.
Yes.
But this is great. This is really good. I like the lyrics. I like the fact that all the background vocals are there.
Yes.
Like there's that lady that just keeps singing in the back there, and I don't know why he called it a weird mix.
Of trumpets and
Trumpet,
hi-hats.
because it is not a weird mix. It is a delightful mix
Okay.
of trumpets and hi-hats.
Maybe not everybody understands it.
Yeah, so maybe that's why, because you're gonna think this is too much church music, but it's not. It's just really good music.
Can I shock you
Yes.
to tell you that the voice, the female voice you heard is Cyan?
That is not surprising. Now let me tell you why that is not surprising.
Why?
If you've listened to Zion Amobado all this time, you would have found out that the girl actually knows, like she knows how to sing. She's a singing girl.
Yes.
I won't call her a singer, because singers are many.
The
She's
singist.
a singist.
Yes.
But you know, I think because she's also in that popular music space, we tend to downgrade the singing because you are more focused on the danceability
Yes,
of the music.
the beat.
She's a singing girl.
Mhm.
Amobado is giving them. Yo, Toba. Well done.
Alright, well, the song for me, when I started listening to it, it caught me from the very beginning, which I liked. It's very catchy right from the beginning. I'm one for languages in music. I love it. So I love the fact that and that's why I asked you what's the meaning of ego, because I like to
Ego.
understand ego.
Yes.
Ego.
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 Ego means money.
Money.
Ego
Ego is
dance.
dance.
Job Noko, you're not
So
correcting my
ego,
pronunciation.
ego.
I do that for you for
Dance
your
of the money.
pronunciation.
Ego.
No,
Well
really.
done. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. So I loved it. So I like the chorus. I like the chants. One thing that usually works in songs is when you repeat a certain word. And if the purpose of the music is to dance, you would get people dancing, certainly.
All right. And when I heard the song at the album listening, the first thing I asked Elo was, so please, are you going to, by any chance, perhaps, maybe call up Fino to be on the remix of this one?
Do you know, it kind of sounds like something that you would want to, but I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was just thinking about that yesterday in the car, that, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of our music is beginning to sound like, you know how Yankees repetitive.
Yes.
If you're not hearing Nicki Minaj, Drake, all the regular people, all them, I don't know all these young guys, but all of them, it's the same voices.
Some people will be upset that you didn't call Cardi, but just saying.
Yeah, and you know them Cardi, you know, you hear all the same voices. I might be, I don't really care about these people, but yeah, they're the same voices. We're beginning to have that same, I won't call it a problem, but that same situation here. If it's a song, they'll put the Olamides, they'll put the Finos, they'll go and put Whiskey, they'll go and, we're getting there, but I'm happy this one is just fresh. Wherever they are eventually.
And Elo, when you hammer, we can now call Clarence Peters and say, should join.
Clarence, shut him. Leave them.
Well, we're taking your messages on WhatsApp. Somebody asked the question, asked his name.
Yeah, someone asked that. I thought you mentioned Elo. Someone said, what's the guy's name? Did you say Elo? This is Oshin from Bagada.
So his friends call him Elo Zonam. Some people call him Fizz because that's his artist name. Fizz. F-I-Z.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he was
Fizz.
known.
But it's Elo Zonam now.
Elo Zonam. That's it.
I
What does
like
that mean? Just so
Elo is light, right?
He'll soon be here.
Elo is light. At least I know that much. Elo is light.
In what language?
It's a Delta language.
Oh.
Uruguay, I think.
I see.
Elo's, yeah. Thank you. I'm so happy I got something. And it's not.
Your husband will be proud.
Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to Mairo Ese.
All
Yeah,
right.
teaching me well.
Look at that.
straight up giving him credit, just like that.
Okay,
Alright.
so let's sprinkle a bit of Jonas Brothers on that one.
Hey.
So the next song, actually the video that we're reviewing next, is called, it's a video to Soccer that's #1 on the Billboard charts. When I saw it yesterday, it didn't come as a surprise. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song, which is the group's first single together in 6 years, and after the marriage.
Someone got a Maybach for that #1. Just saying.
Ooh.
Priyanka
Who
Chopra.
else wants to get a meat back for Miss World? Let's carry on, please. How is this gist?
Okay, Lagos, this is a song. Soccer.
Please, can you retweet?
Yeah, sorry, it's not.
That's
I'll get it. Give me a minute.
Just like that. Just like that.
Yes, just like that.
Just enter the song like that.
Yes.
No, the
It's
song
interesting that the video featured Priyanka Chopra, Jonas, excuse me, Sophie Turner, Danielle Jonas. The brothers said they were crooning about their love for the 3 leading ladies in their life, their family.
What a wow.
I know.
How romantic. Oh my god. But first of all, let's be fair. We said, you know that this is me reeling with beef.
Of course, I was going to say
I'm
that.
reeling with beef. The beef in my soul.
Why?
Quick fun fact. How many people out there know that Priyanka Chopra was the one that handed our Agbani her crown?
I know.
She was the
Oh,
Miss World.
She was
that
Miss
handed
World, yes.
Ah,
over to
nice.
our darling Agbani Dorego.
So
So
we
we
love her a
actually
little
love
bit
her.
more,
Do you
yeah.
understand? We actually love her. She's a beautiful woman, and so are the women in their lives. All the 3 women
Yeah.
were gorgeously kitted up in this movie.
Mm.
And I feel like the Jonas Brothers have a certain charm to them.
Yes,
Maybe because they are
do.
actually brothers.
Yes.
In all the other boy bands we've had over the years, some are brothers and then some are cousins and then some are friends. But these ones are actually just 3 amazing brothers. It's almost the same effect that the Hemsworth brothers have on us. It's just a love that we feel towards them. These guys are adorable, and they actually do know how to sing, which is
Yes.
very, very, very weird to say about a lot of groups. It's like always feels like there's one that knows how to sing and
And
others
the
are just-
others, yes.
they actually do not sing. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of Oyibo music, but yes, I really am not. I prefer a lot of soul and depth music.
Yes.
But this is a good song, and it's a beautiful, fun video, and it's just good to see love being celebrated, honestly. And I really hope these marriages last.
I honestly pray and
Because
hope.
I'm really tired of seeing love like this at this level, and then in 10 years there's some mess up. Just all over the place.
I pray it doesn't happen.
So I hope that these boys, whatever beef is being sent in their direction, all the arrows are all fight
back to
back to center, because I really do want this. The love in this video, I want it to
it's
last
palpable,
all day.
and we'll be talking more about this song right after the break. Lagos, you just tuned in. This is the Grapevine 981, and it's brought to you by Verve.
Hell! I failed my husband and his team.
What's that?
Somebody came for us and said, listen,
I refuse. Let him.
I was trying to say it sounds Igbo.
No, hello. Oh,
Hello.
hello. There's hello and there's. Why didn't you correct me? You know an Igbo man. I blame you. You knew
I
about.
did not know, honestly. I just heard the Elo part.
But
If
hello
you
sounds.
say Elo,
Eh?
it's a short form of the full name, so it depends on the Elo.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
No, I stick with it. I don't until hello.
No, you
comes.
can tell them that, like, as is normal in languages, there are words that are in different languages with different meanings. So your own is not less right. Just means in this context.
Sorry, somebody has said, Olive, hi guys, I like the sound of Elo's song. By the way, Ego could mean either dance, play, or song. And Ayo, sorry, Elo's gonna miss Ego for do not forget me. I love it. So it's what's it called? It's great. I like that. I like the fact that I said I spending my daughter with
Yeah, just for me.
Yeah, like,
I am Odita. That is my story.
Sure,
And
I'm
I'm
sticking
sticking
with
to
it.
it.
Until I want to see his birth certificate. I want to know what his
He has
mother was
such a-
thinking.
You have no chill.
Yes, when
You want
she
to
gave
know
him.
what?
Yes, if
So
not,
what
are you the mother, Olive? And
What
I'll
did
ask
she
you, are you the father?
No, but seriously, hello can be hello in different languages.
yeah. But I mean, it's how the full name. Do not forget me makes sense. So, as a name,
the soccer video is amazing.
it is artistic, random, like all those Oyibo videos. I don't know.
It's
I'm
a
like,
good video.
yeah. It is. Is that what I'm saying? It's random like Oyibo video. The only good thing for me was that
Is it random?
It's
Really?
not random.
when I say
There's a
random,
storyline.
no, when I say random, I mean like the dressing up and all that. They are fancy. Like they I don't know how to explain it. They're over the top. Maybe I should put it that way.
This particular video.
Something came through for you. Here you are, able to reward yourself.
Maybe I didn't see the story. Maybe I was not paying
The
much
fairy
attention.
tale thing going on.
Dynasty, those
Yes.
medieval dynasty
Yes.
thing portrayed in it.
Vintage look. They really joined.
I know now, I know the kind of movies you like to watch.
Which one is?
Romance.
How do you know?
I
Of
know
course.
first.
Of course, Ayo. I mean, what? Happy movies.
Let's
Yes.
walk in the mouth.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
working
we're
now.
back in 25 seconds.
This is IBK Spaceship Boy, and music to me is a vehicle via which I communicate my message of light to the world. Music is love, it's peace, it's joy, it's happiness. It's a mood setter, it's a mood changer.
Yes, it is.
Music is everything, man. I love music.
Studio, And this is the Grapevine here on Smooth Breakfast, and it's brought to you by Verve. Lagos, before the break, we heard the song Egu by Elizonam, and right after that we reviewed the music video that's #1 and the Billboard Hot 100, Soccer by Jonas Brothers. We love the video. Ayo, what did you think of the video? You said something about it.
Okay, the video, first of all, let me talk about the song. I really like the song, and I'm like, this week, double Tuesday charm, as it were, this week, because earlier this week we talked about Jebota's Lagos Love,
Yes.
and now we're talking about another Die Hard Love. I like, you guys are just like, they will say, bursting our brains with lyrics, and I'm a sucker for love. I'm like, oh yes, obviously. I
We
love
know you're a
romantic
Why do
sucker
I
for
sense
love.
some
Let's just
sarcasm in
carry
there?
on.
No, there's no sarcasm. I'm really serious.
Okay.
Though. I like the video, and I love the fact that they use their wives and
You're
then
a sucker
it.
for
I
love.
am a sucker for love.
Okay.
But I like the fact that they use their wives. I think, and someone, I like reading comments on YouTube. You can have a full day there, and someone was like, they'll save money on using models. And it's
True
like,
enough.
I was like,
Excuse you, like you have a former Miss World. How would you get
How will you be
model?
looking for? What are you looking for? in
Piranka?
life?
Piranka is like 10 women in one.
She was in a movie and she was the fine woman that's her only role in that entire
Just to be
movie.
fine.
Be fine.
Smile and be
You
fine.
now say you're looking for video.
So it's a bit like John Legend,
Yes.
who uses his wife,
His wife quite
features,
routinely.
yes, in his videos. I love it, and it's a good look for marriage, particularly in Hollywood, where, like you said, who was
Yeah.
I was saying about them lasting. I was saying to me of the video, like, these Americans can be over the top, like the whole look, the colors. You're passing a message. A Nigerian will just go on the road, an empty road, with a what's it called, with the guitar,
Yeah.
and then the wife is there. That's what we do in Nigeria for most of our love videos.
What's wrong with you?
So I'm looking at her.
Why are you always having with somebody like this?
Do you know how much the
Do you know it's
Jonas
really
Brothers
in the
have?
day for this kind of celebration? We're not that unromantic. Come
Do you know
on.
how
There's romance. At least they want in the video they will eat, they'll drink wine, they'll
they'll
give
share?
each other wine, they'll
Like
kiss
this
them.
stuff.
But I like how this expresses, guys. The video is beautiful. It's very colorful.
Yes,
It gives us this medieval feel of a dynasty
Because they have this little
that's just
castle
sitting
thing
around.
going.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But there's still some weird things that happen, and I was saying off air that it was a bit random. Like, someone put dogs and all that. I know it's all artistic, and I know that an artist will explain it. But it was just weird for me.
And sometimes there's really no explanation. They're just trying to create diverse, like different looks, different scenes, things that will keep the video going, dynamic, so you don't lose your attention watching it. So it could have simply just been things to jar your attention. You were dozing up there for a second.
No, they
but we
achieved
got
it.
you
They
back.
achieved their mission.
We got you. Although this trended 3 days ago, but we're not done with how either if it's polite or ethical. Or but before we get to that part, somebody
Okay.
we like how our listeners, step in.
Yeah,
top of
and it
things.
shows that you're really listening. Thank you very much. A for effort. Olive here says, "Hi guys, I like the sound of Elo's song. By the way, Ego could mean either dance, play, or song. And Ayo, sorry, Elozonam is Igbo for do not forget me. Have a great day." And I'm joining all of you guys
Please
that
say
are
it again.
listening now.
I'll say it again.
Elozonam
Means
do not forget me in Igbo.
right.
And all of you people that are out there and listening and thinking, yes, tell her, she did not know Igbo girl like that, Delta. I do not Elo in Delta means like.
Echeb from Banana Land, thank you as well.
Yeah,
Sue,
for correcting. But thank you guys. I think that's really nice actually.
But we need some data people to confirm that she did not spam us.
But in her defense, I
I
said,
will, but people need to come and talk now. Is Elo really like the customer? I don't know, and I don't want to go out and say, look at Elo, and then you're not telling me in Instagram. Because somebody should come here and correct this woman.
but in Aya's defense, she said Elo. She didn't say Elozonam.
No, she
as a
didn't.
full
In
name,
fairness,
so-
Elo could
Thank
actually be
you.
in five
Thank you,
different languages.
Valentine.
Yeah, but go and do your research.
No, she's married to them.
You
She's
can't
an
say-
honorable wife. She must know that Elo is
He's
like.
so cool to be exact.
In fact, look at that.
Say it
She
with your
knows.
chest.
As in.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, how polite is that? Yeah?
Let's not talk about
What you just
politeness,
said.
please.
What if I told you you smell nice?
As in, but I do smell nice though.
So
By
that-
the way, I will report Miss to everyone now. Miss came into this studio and
So
one of the first things that she said to me was, "Ayo, you smell nice." I take particular
Which
offense.
is what?
I'm
She's
very
a celebrity,
rude.
so she has it right. But does she? Because other celebrities are weighing in on this story. An interview sparked, mostly Lagos. This trended, #1 trending topic 2 days ago on Twitter. An interview sparked serious reactions among Nigerians' Twitter community. That is a world on its own.
Yes, Twitterverse.
Nigerian Twitter.
Mhm.
So apparently, the human resource person her name is, she's very popular right now, Taiwo.
Yes.
She tweeted about a young man, how a young man she interviewed disrespected her by telling her she smells nice. People, tending towards how inappropriate it might be, or how appropriate it is, or if it's impolite, or if it's unethical. Yeah. So the conversation has been going on. But guys, your thoughts on this, please.
First of all, like Daddy Free said, it wasn't so much rude as inappropriate. I don't really know if I would go into an interview and then tell someone, if it's a woman, I could say, oh my god, I love your hair. I could say that because I'm a woman, and it wouldn't be untoward. But if it's a guy, you might have people do take themselves extremely seriously, and it may not be the best thing to do. But to go as far as saying if he was outright rude and some men don't have manners, and I think she just kind of swerved on this thing. I think she took it a bit too far. It's a bit too pee. Do you understand? Yes, it's inappropriate, but you don't have to give him a sharp set down in front of other people. One, because she came on Twitter bragging about it like it was something to do. If he was inappropriate, you were unprofessional. I don't think that is the way. He's here for an interview. You can use that to determine whether you give him the job or not.
But what was the unprofessional conduct on her part? Is it in reacting that way or tweeting about it?
No, you can tweet about whatever you want. I honestly think people that were saying she shouldn't have tweeted, like, were actually meaning that she came on there thinking people would pat her on the back and approve.
Or perhaps she didn't think it was going to go viral.
No, I don't even think she thought that far. I don't think she was thinking far. She probably has 12 followers normally, but she was just thinking that...
Not anymore.
Well, no, trust me, that she's gained a lot of unnecessary acclaim over the last few days. The people will forget, they always do. But at the end of the day, what she thought was going to happen was she would tweet about it because it was her thought. And that's really what Twitter is about, your thoughts. It was a thought she was having, she put it out. Never spared the backlash of that tweet. But she actually probably thought more people would understand from her point of view. Not really expecting that people were going to send her back to her mommy and daddy at home and ask them to.
And her reply to the guy was, "That's very rude."
And he left.
And
look, I think where
he left looking stupid.
That was where she got into trouble. You see, everything before that,
even.
And
everything before that, and he left looking stupid.
And a lot of men do not have manners.
And then that final, no, I said it before, that final line, it was like, are you okay though? Auntie, did you not eat this? Have you missed your morning coffee? What's happening to you? Perhaps your PMS? What is your problem?
The thing about it is that there's a fine line there's a thin line actually between what's appropriate in this sense, whether I was wrong or whether I was right. Like you said, and that's what some people also mentioned, that if you were female, would you take offense? And then I was speaking to Siriti this morning, and she was talking about the fact that it's a person who is on the receiving end that actually would tell if it's sexual harassment or not. I guess it's just it sparked off as being quite arrogant on her part, her coming out to say that. And unfortunately, you see this on the streets of Twitter. People come out just because you want to, get a few retweets and likes. You say some things that are inappropriate, and sometimes, like in this case, where occasions like this, you get called out massively for it. And I think it was just the lack of empathy. Like I think it was that the Freeze had mentioned that it's just being human or being humane, just understanding that you're human and be kind to whoever you meet, whether the person is seeking something from you or not.
And from so I saw a video, or rather music skit that was spun out of that trend. And Frank Donga did
in the
video.
last 2 days.
I'm telling you,
What
yes,
a
it
wow.
was really
People
nice.
are working overtime.
It was a nice
Yes,
chance.
as you did.
Oh boy. And then
You did rude or something.
Frank Donga did a video on that.
I'm tired of
I watched
Nigerians.
that video yesterday. I just shook my head.
No, but honestly, let's be fair. I think the ultimate issue in this story is, like she said, just the way she reacted to it. Because you can actually have a problem with it, and you can correct him in a way that, one, doesn't make him feel like crap on his way out, and then two, in a way that actually edifies him, lifts him up, and makes him a better person on his way out. So I feel like she didn't achieve any of that, which made her incredibly, as a human being, inhumane, and then as a professional, very not quite as professional as you know.
Regardless of gender, if I'm interviewing you and you tell me I smell nice, I would
It
question...
seems like a common, or like you're trying to brown nose.
Yes.
It seems like a lot of
people.
people. Some people.
But I would question your ethical values. Like, what do you know?
Your lines
where
are
you
proprietary.
Are? Thank you very much. Like, how appropriate is this? Is this the time and place? I mean, first of all, I'd question. I feel you need to have a level of. There's the level of relationship you should have established with somebody before you're comfortable enough to pass such compliments.
But
And
but it
for
also
the-
no, but it also
Private
depends on
conversation.
how the interview went. You know, I gave examples of I've had
It's an
opportunities
interview.
To, no, but I've had
It's a
opportunities to
formal
have.
setting.
Yeah, but you could have a conversation or a chat, and the setting of the organization as well determines the
Yes,
tone
it
of that
does.
interview.
Why? Because you
There's
got nervous at the end and you
there's
weren't sure of
sometimes
your
you're talking to
chances.
someone and it's not very formal, whereby you're like, oh, tell me about yourself, and you've already joked to the person, you both laughed, and on the way out they think, okay, you judge the situation and you're like, oh, and sometimes it's on impulse. You just you're used to complimenting people and you smell something, it might not have come out right. So I'm playing
I
devil's
understand the devil.
advocate
I
here,
understand what you're
that
doing.
it
But did you really think somebody like this would have been jocular during her interview?
no, of course not.
No. This woman was probably hard. You're like uptight and be like, this is business. And then on your way out,
Yeah,
like,
was
you
trying
smell
to
nice. She was
break
probably
the
trying
ice.
to. He was trying to soften her up. He made her feel
I do not think it was in his place though to make that
No,
compliment.
I don't think so.
So Gloria sent in this comment. She said, "Oh boy, Gloria, where's your message?" Okay, so what's really wrong with complimenting someone? I had a 16-man interview yesterday, and I would have done with some compliments, but I've been in an interview with TOE, and he said interesting shoes. Gloria, I've had so many interviews and talked about their kids' hair, etc. He might be even breaking the ice,
Yes.
is what she said. Cheryl
Yes,
says that it's a nice we smell, we no keep
No, but that's the thing. You always also as a person going into that situation, you also need to be very cautious. You need to look at the person you're talking to and kind of be intelligent enough to say, okay, this kind of person feel like say she's upset about
Right,
life.
right.
Let me maybe not instigate, let me not instigate nonsense here. You have to also be very intuitive, and I think that's possibly a lot of things that we're missing in
I
this.
feel above all we need to be intelligent about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
definitely.
Zook from Yaba says, will I go, I think it's emotional intelligence I'm talking about.
Yes.
Zook from Yaba says, will I go for an interview and tell my interviewer you smell nice? No, because it's subjective and very inappropriate for an environment, alright? However, what is wrong and got Nigerians triggered was how she worded the tweets.
Yes,
She
yes,
sounded
I mean-
outright rude and condescending, and
Yes.
the thread of tweets she put out after that tweet were very annoying. Her Kende voice in, oh boy, in it simply tells the kind of whole, well, no, come on. Let's not disparage the person just because of that. And
Well, maybe I can.
Yeah. Well, Tessie said, please, Taiwo is an interviewer in capital letters, not necessarily a HR professional. She was unprofessional and the candidate was inappropriate. She was a bully and the candidate a potential sex offender. Laughing
You
out loud.
see, two sides. You see,
Yeah,
they are
too
both
many.
kind of off in this situation. I think.
But that's the danger of a single story, number one. That's the danger of not getting the full fact.
Yes,
because
one side.
unfortunately, we don't know what really transpired. We need to find that man that was
Interviewee,
interviewed.
come on Twitter, say
show
it was
yourself.
I. It was I. Let us take your side
And the
and
real
pull you
interviewee,
apart
please
by
stand
your
up.
threats.
we have messages about the song though.
Oh.
This one says, I love the video so much. That's Alicia O talking about the Jonas Brothers soccer video. Yes, I really love it. Jonas Brothers are back.
Yay.
And then we have this other message from Tega from Satellite Town.
Good morning, Smooth family. Elo actually means light in Isoko, not Urobo, so you're on point. And cool songs. Thank you, my sister from
That's the short
Satellite
version.
Town.
The real name is Elizabeth.
Whose side are you on? Thank you.
Chris Akango says it's a compliment. It refers to the perfume she was wearing. Wow. Okay, let's go to the next story. Let's talk about Johnny Depp. So as it seems, right? We know the whole squabble between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and how Amber Heard alleged that Johnny Depp physically abused her in their relationship. But new evidence have emerged to show that Johnny Depp actually was harassed or physically abused by Amber Heard. And people are now retracting their statements. People that
Left and
were
right.
initially condemning Johnny Depp, and you remember that Amber Heard jumped on the Me Too movement
Yes,
thing
yes,
to
she did.
put some emphasis on her claim. But what's your thoughts on this?
First of all, I'm sorry, but this doesn't prove anything. Only because in the case of, for example, self-defense,
Yeah.
she could have taken drastic action to defend herself. On the other hand of this, though, is sometimes it's not worth it if you cannot verify your claim with hard evidence to yarn too much. In this case, she probably knew she had also, she never bothered to mention this possibility. That there were times I had to fight my way out. We didn't hear about this. She was just a victim until
She actually
now.
mentioned it. She said she was dealing with she was living in a situation where she needed help, but she desperately needed to get out.
No, but she didn't actually go out and say, there was a time it was so serious that I actually
Yes.
literally chopped off his finger. Do you understand? That would have been a good time to say back then when I fought for my life so much that one day he was hitting me and I chopped off his finger in self-defense. It never came up. But she knew there would be picture.
Evidence. Evidence. Johnny Depp submitted 87 surveillance camera videos to the court, 17 depositions of witness, which includes police officers, and of course the previous images. He added police officers to the
Then that means, and guess what? You know, does it not seem possible? Like, can you see that he's not likely the aggressor?
Yes.
Who can see that about him?
Another thing this brings up is also the fact that men can be abused,
Well,
which is something that we sweep under the carpet a lot of times. I know someone who was abused by his fiance and by his partner at the time, and he would never see it as abuse. He just thought she was misbehaving. But when a girl is, you know, throwing things at you, and as a man you're trying to defend yourself, you're not going to do anything about it. We don't usually term those things abuse, but they are abuse. So it's easy for you to go out and say that, oh, the man slapped me or he did this. But it's important for us to also recognize that even though they're not admitting it in some cases, men do get abused as well.
Standard. And I also feel like at the end of the day, like we know of couples even here in Nigeria, I know specifically of a celebrity quote unquote couple back then that the girl would get really angry and she'd go to his house and smash everything in sight. And if the guy is there, she'd literally be hurling things at his head, and then he'd have to be ducking and whatnot. So I feel like at the end of the day, you know, this situation is not uncommon. It doesn't always degrade itself to this point where there is actually bloodshed. But I feel like when one wants to be really honest, people need to understand that the rules should apply either way. Don't hit the girl, don't hit the guy. Let's just respect one another. And if you cannot do that, this is a toxic relationship. End it. Okay?
All right, Lagos, let's take a break. You're listening to Smooth Breakfast, and this is the Grapevine, and it's brought to you by Verve.
When it's come from the support.
I always feel
Smooth night.
I understand that, you know, girls don't necessarily have a good reign on their anger. If you check historically,
But
women,
an excuse for
no,
abuse?
let's be fair. A lot of the time, girls don't, and they have grown up with this notion as well. And it's this whole patriarchy. You know, we talk about the patriarchy only from the other side. There's this patriarchal system that tells women that you are not as strong as a man. So if you hit him,
it's fine.
It's fine.
After it's like, and some men too stupidly will be saying it was like a feather. It was like a feather. Meanwhile, the thing is bending him up. Was that supposed to be you hitting me? It was like,
apart from even you hitting, it's also using weapons. That's even when it becomes really bad. So like you mentioned, going to destroy. I know many. So this guy, my friend, and he didn't see it until much later. The girl would come, hit him, slap him, give him a black eye, call him the name, and he never hit her once in being a gentleman. So that was abuse. He was being abused. If they've gotten married, there are women who have shot their husband. You know, you understand? There are women
and
who
that's
have
because they never learned to rein in the anger. They were always allowed to just express it.
But men who beat women is also an anger problem.
James Corden show. James Corden show is late night.
People try to create a different. It comes down to the same loss or complete lack of control.
Now here's the thing. I don't need noise while I work. I need calm, synergy to the rhythm of my hands while I design, like a friend or a muse, helping to set the mood that fuels my fire. It's simple. If music is the food of the soul, then Smooth FM is my favorite diner, my station that constantly inspires. I'm Lola, and this is my radio.
Good morning, Lagos, and thank you for tuning in to Smooth 98.1. You're listening to the Grapevine, and it's brought to you by Verve. We have messages on WhatsApp.
Yes, this one here is from Gloria. Gloria says there's a lot of sensitization that we HR professionals need to support with and address. But instead of helping, we shake interview tables. I've been guilty too, but let's be helpful, really. Thank you so much for admitting that.
And Alicia also says, well, I interview a lot of people for the teaching role, and I can tell you that most of them are very nervous. That is true. I had people say to me, I look nice, and I turned back, smiled, and said, thank you. Some have even asked the dance to show how nice they are to children. Be polite and just smile back at them. And then we have another message here.
Right, okay, no, so that one was from earlier. This one is from, was it really inappropriate to be made Godwin says, was it really inappropriate to be made the comment after the interview was over? I feel she should have just gently schooled him if she feels, or if she felt it was inappropriate. Not everyone knows about etiquette. Now he also said, but could it be that she had a bad body odor and felt the guy was being sarcastic with his comment?
That's a different take on
that
it.
that would be a good idea for a prank. spin it.
Mm.
Depends on how we spin it.
Yeah, it depends on how you
But
spin it.
James Corden, host of the Late Late Show, had a very good spin to this prank. He pranked nobody else but David Beckham.
I love David Beckham.
So there was a statue of David Beckham that was was erected and commissioned in his honor by his former MLS soccer team, the Los Angeles Galaxy, LA Galaxy. But when James Corden heard that Beckham had yet to see the finished statue, he hired a crew to create their own. There's a few things that he noted on the statue, the original statue. David Beckham had made a comment about the jaw being a bit longer than his normal jaw, and then the backside being a bit bigger. And then trust Jim Corden, he actually made it. He just blew it up beyond proportion, made the jaw very long, and then made the behind really broad. And the reaction of David Beckham was hilarious. He came to see it. It was well laid out with wine and cocktails and all that. But guys, you saw the video.
If you know the Late Late Show and you know James Corden very well, then you will just know that if you do watch it, you want to go and find it. The guy is actually not very okay. The guy needs help, and altogether, David Beckham is such a gracious individual.
Yes.
I feel like, the typical English dry wit that they just always exhibit came out a lot in this. But I really do love him. Yeah, his voice though. But yeah.
Can you leave David Beckham?
Look, for years now, for decades now,
Yeah.
I've looked at him and swooned, and I listened and been like, hold on, I'm awake from my bed. Let's carry on.
But he was so polite all
He
through
is
that
such a
video,
gracious
the video.
individual, and I think it's just that sophistication that comes with being a wealthy Englishman.
No, I think
No, not really. He's not rich. He
Uh,
wasn't born wealthy.
No, that's
He
my
wasn't
point. But
born
when
with a
you
silver
rub and
spoon.
hobnob, no, come on now.
He's just
If you
a nice
hobnob with
person.
titled landholders, then come on now. After a while, you will learn the manners. You'll learn how to be a
I'm
proper
trying to think of
gentleman.
some people who, if Cardi B.
No. Let's not talk about that. No, stop
really?
it.
No,
Don't
be
go to the
serious.
hood.
Sometimes you might stay with them, sleep with them, marry them.
They don't have dukes in America.
Alright,
Please, let's
okay.
leave.
But for me, I think, like you said, I love the fact that you pointed out. I think that's why he has so many people who love him because he's such a
He's a gracious
nice person.
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
But lovely prank. I loved it.
I don't think I'll be that patient though.
What would you do?
I wouldn't do anything.
And I think he also knows the.
I'll probably just walk out. Well, guys, plug out this. We've come to the end of the show.
Yes, I'm your girl Misty. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at MYST_SINGS. I like that check out.
Coming up next, Lagos, and special thanks to you for tuning in and for listening. And shout out to you, Elo, and shout out to you, Jonas Brothers, if you're listening. We saw the video was good. We saw the plaque that they sent them for #1. If you hit #1 on the Billboard
Must be a
charts,
heavy
it's gonna
thing.
give that. I was actually saying shout out to the Jonas Brothers is really to Piranka, bro. Let's focus. That was Dr. Husband. So Lagos coming up next at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock. We talk. You get to talk to us on that number 0144899981. This is Smooth Breakfast.